right.
Oh, we back?
Do you
Okay.
see me?
My screen just went
Yeah,
blank.
I don't see you.
Okay, you don't see me? I'm here. You see
All right,
me?
there you go.
Okay.
All right, folks. N1MD Podcast. Kevin Hurt, Brian Sherrard. You know what? We're going to cut the theatrics today. Brian's outside. And he got kicked out the house last night, and he's been out there waiting to do the show. So, as a friend, because he is a friend, we also, of course, do the podcast together. He's more like family. I don't want him to stay outside too long. So we're going to try to get through this quickly. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. NYMD Podcast, Kevin Hurt, the Frozen Brian Sherrard.
Yes, the frozen tundra of Baltimore.
Yeah.
Look, we got to talk about this, dude. All right.
Frozen Tundra? Wait, I got to do the opening first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. We're on StreamYard and YouTube. The cold's affecting us. You could subscribe and like to us. Of course, we're on Facebook, IG, and Twitter. You can also find us on Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you find podcasts. You'll find the NYMD Podcast. Okay, go.
All right, yo. So when we last did this podcast, man, it was 63 degrees, Hurt.
Yeah.
63 degrees. It snowed twice this week. And it's been...
Did it? I thought it was just one day.
No, dude. It snowed Monday, remember?
Yes.
Remember the very next day it snowed.
Yeah.
And then of course we got another not surprise, but we got another little gift a couple days ago. So
yeah, it kind of little snow wasn't like a lot for Monday. But of course, you know how the school system is.
Yeah.
So which they're off for the next 2 days anyway. But hey, anyway, we'll get into that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, no, but this is Maryland. This is what I learned to love about Maryland.
I know, man.
Like literally, they're like a car. It's like how the car like goes from 0 to 60. Like how fast can it go from like 20 to 40 to 60 in Maryland? So
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Even I asked Alexa on Thursday night, how many inches of snow Friday? She said it's not going to snow. I'm like, see, you've been here too long. You've been here way too long.
That is funny.
Ooh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right. So we got a lot to talk about, and we got to get you inside because you haven't started the bonfire yet.
Let me just say something. This is a part of my audition for Survivor. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Now normally Survivor.
People are in hot weather, but go ahead.
Yeah, normally it takes place in on an island, but we're doing the cold weather today. I want to show that hey, I can survive any element.
Well, you got listen. We've both been in colder weather going to football games.
Yeah.
So it's basically the same thing, except you're actually holding a computer. So that's the only difference.
Right.
Was that Washington-Dallas game that they flexed at 8:00 at night?
Dude, oh my gosh.
It was single digits. It was so cold.
That was the game where was that the game they were like passing out like hot cocoa to everybody or something?
No. I wish they did pass it out. This is fed up. We had to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
But I had like 3 of those joints. They were like Bailey's hot chocolates. Like it was cold. So I'm glad I layered up. So this is basically the same thing. Or or sitting out for like tickets or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all right. Or going to see like, for No Way Home, standing outside. It's me like $1 trillion. All right. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about, excuse me, which starts tomorrow, is the big game.
Oh yeah, man!
Big game in the national championship. It would be all SEC, Alabama versus Georgia, in the title game tomorrow. Also, shout out to the North Dakota State Bison.
Oh, they won another championship.
They won their 9th title.
Woo.
Beat Montana State yesterday.
Wow.
So congratulations to North Dakota State, who should just go up a division because this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, actually, you bring up a good point. They probably should.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know the Fargo Dome only holds so many, and they go on the road and have to face these bigger teams, and they beat some of them. They're not usually their one loss is to, a big school if they do face them. But they've beaten like Kansas State, and they're legit. They've always been legit.
So real quick, if they were to do that, where would you see them? Like what conference?
I mean, they're too small. So it'd be like a Sun Belt school.
Okay.
Or, something like that. Like they're not a pack or a big or anything. So it'd be one of those smaller conferences. Unless they decided to unless they're going to be like Notre Dame, I mean, and become independent and have their own channel. Get like, Spike TV or something. So, but congrats to them. So, all right, Bama, Georgia, rematch, of course. For the SEC, from the SEC championship game. We all know Georgia has struggled to beat Alabama, losing 5 straight. What are your thoughts on this game tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm so glad to talk to you about this because I don't think we've talked about this at all. I feel like this hurt. If Georgia is going to finally beat Bama, this is the time to do it. This is the team to do it with. If they're not going to do it now, when are they going to do it, man? And I know it's Alabama. I know it's Nick Saban. But I think they're finally going to get this monkey off their back, man. I think Georgia is the better team. I think Alabama was better prepared for them last time. They've had time to, they've had what? They've had time to prepare for this a little bit more. So I'm going to pick Georgia, man. If they don't do it now, it's never going to happen. So I got to go with Georgia, man.
Yeah, I'm picking Georgia because I need them to win.
Why?
Because I'm tired of Alabama winning everything. It's like you and the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
They're like the Patriots of college.
Yeah.
They're always winning. And again, it's no matter what, the SEC is still going to claim a title because both their teams are in the final. But I'm a little tired of watching the same old. So Georgia winning would just make it a different dynamic, maybe push them to be better when they come to play Alabama. You know what I'm saying? In the future, and give that school confidence. Like you said, they went into Vegas, had them favored in that SEC title game, never really showed up, and they got them favored in this national. It's the national championship. Like Saban's going to be prepared. That's just given. But you got to tell your guys you have to win your one-on-one matchups, and especially the offensive and defensive lines. Like you have to win. That's the only way you can slow them down. If you lose those, Bama will destroy you. So you have to win those one-on-one matchups. They have the athletes to do it.
Yes.
They have to just execute. That's all it is. Like when you play Alabama, you can't make mistakes. You got to really follow the blueprints of the teams that always give them problems, which is mobility, accuracy, and not making mistakes. You cannot make mistakes. No interceptions, fumbles, all that stuff to bite yourself in the butt.
Yeah.
So.
And I feel like that loss to Alabama is going to wind up being a blessing in disguise because they're going to be able to break down their game and what they did wrong and learn from it. You know what I mean? So I hope
so. I mean, they could have done that the last couple times that they lost to them, but I know what everybody says because they came out. They didn't have a hangover because they totally destroyed Michigan, who again I'm not even sure why they showed up. So they have a chance now to keep going. I mean, it's for a title. You need this. It's hard to have this opportunity. And you have it. You have to take it. So we'll see. This light's got to break.
Where's this being played? Is this in? This isn't in Dallas, is it?
That is a good question because I should know that, but I do not because I don't remember. I think it's in the Dome.
New Orleans, maybe.
ESPN. Oh, by the way, are you gonna real quick before we do that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Are you gonna watch? Because I love how they have the game on like all their channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you going to watch it? I know because you're kind of like even though you did like Peyton and Eli this past week.
Yeah, when it's not my game, yes, I do like that.
Oh, okay, so all right, that's cool. Because I love when they cover it from
like different angles.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, just so you know, normally what I do is I flip from channel to channel, you know what I'm saying, at some point just to see the different perspectives. So I'll probably do that again. I probably won't stay on one channel that, that long, but yeah, that's what I typically do.
Works. All right. So it is. Why is it so hard to find? I think it'd be easy. All right. I know it's in a dome. So
Okay.
I'm sure that helps. Let me just type in locations since I got to be specific these days. Oh, they're in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
Yep, they're in Indianapolis. So good for them.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be. Hold on. 2022 is going to be in Hard Rock Stadium.
Oh, okay.
So my which is now, as we all know, my favorite venue to watch football. So that works out. All right. What was I gonna say? All right. So that's really, I think that's all we got for college football because it's national championship. So there's really nothing to follow that up on. So we have to really talk about before we get into the NBA. I mean the NFL. We had a comeback in basketball. And we're going to have another comeback today in basketball.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So Kyrie came back. Of course, Kyrie still can't play for Brooklyn at home due to him not being vaccinated, but he can play for Brooklyn on the road. So he did come back and play, I believe, a game or two for Brooklyn. My question to you is, would you be worried about how this dynamic works for the team? As far as you have really just a part-time player.
Well, it seems like they're doing this. They're really doing this out of desperation at this point. You know what I mean? And let's keep it real, Hurt. Kyrie's been a part-time player since he's been in Brooklyn. It seems like that dude never plays a full season. I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, obviously, but no, I don't think this is going to change the dynamic. You know, Kyrie's there one day, he's not there another day. It seems like that's always been the case for this guy. So, if anything, he's going to help this team. They need bodies right now. He's going to help them, and it is what it is. Like from what I understand, the Nets were like, "Well, look, we got to pay this guy for not playing. If we need people, we need bodies. We might as well suit him up and have him play anyway."
Yep.
So,
because we all know with the COVID list and everything going around. People are short players, games being postponed or moved or what have you. So you might as well, if when your star players can play in Indiana or they can play in Illinois or they can play in DC or something, then suit him up. Now I know he won't be able to play at home, but just suit him up and get him out there. Now I don't know if this is gonna be because we're only in January. I don't know how this is gonna affect them come playoff time. Or if the rules are still going to be the same. Hopefully, magically all this stuff goes away, and maybe he'll be able to play at home. But I know that's further ahead. But that's always been in my head, like how they're going to treat the playoffs. Like how would this even work?
Yeah.
So, but it also gets him in the playing shape. You need him out there on the floor. Yeah, he's not playing every game, but like you said, hasn't played every game in a long time.
Yeah.
So,
it's crazy. He's kind of like a part-time player anyway. So
but when you need somebody healthy, having Kyrie come in and play on the road definitely doesn't hurt you.
No, heck no.
That's good. And speaking of being hurt and coming back today, one of the Splash Brothers is coming back. The man, the myth, the legend, 30 points in a quarter, Mr. Klay Thompson.
Wow,
Mr. Klay. I don't know where I got Jamaican all of a sudden, but Mr. Klay Thompson coming back today with cocoa bread and a patty. So I don't know why. Like I said, we discussed on this podcast. I've been watching more and more basketball. Like 2 nights ago, I was watching the Celtics against the Knicks, and R.J. Barrett hits a fadeaway jumper with no time left off the backboard to win the game. I don't know why these games have been more exciting to me, but I've enjoyed watching basketball. So I'm really kind of excited about Clay being back. What are your thoughts?
You know, I'm excited for him being healthy. I think he's going to have a positive impact for the Warriors. But this dude's been through a lot the last couple of years, man. You know what I mean? He's barely been on the court. He's had multiple injuries, and he's such a good player. It's just good to have this guy back, man, because he's one of the league's best players, and it's been a long road for him. I'm just glad he's back healthy and he's ready to play and contribute, man. I look at it more from that aspect because to me it's a given that he's going to be a positive impact on the team. I'm just glad that he's back. You know what I mean? And can come back and. If he stays healthy and does what he normally does, man, this is only just going to give the Warriors a boost. You know what I mean?
Yep. Of course. It'll help Clay. I mean, it'll help Steph.
Yeah.
Because, Steph is 99% of the offense. And just having the other dude who's just as good and one of the best players in the NBA back and hopefully healthy, I mean, they're already a really good team. They're just going to get better, and like you said, I'm just glad that he's healthy and he's back, and it's going to be fun to see him come back and play.
Yeah, and it's almost like how they say it's almost like they're adding like a guy at the trade deadline or adding a free agent at the trade. That's what this is like, but this is like with a great player. So
yeah, but it's one of your dudes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one of your dudes coming back. So yeah, but I'm excited for him, and I'm happy that he's healthy. And he's back and he's ready to play. Wow. That definitely works for me. All right. Real quick on my college bowl games. This is how many bowl games there are.
Okay.
And I think, do we still have one more left for some reason?
We have one more left?
No. They played it already. That was last week. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Wait. Oh, there was some that were canceled. That's why. I was like, what are these extra games? These were bowl games that were canceled. I am 23-14 in bowl game picks.
Wow. Wow. 37 bowl games.
Yeah, 37 bowl games. And some got canceled. So we're about at 40.
Okay.
Including the canceled ones. So like I said, there's way too many. Yeah, we're over 40 actually with the ones that were canceled.
Okay.
We're like at 42, 43.
I'm all for the bowl games, though, because I feel like these dudes work too hard during the season, and it's nice to have something at the end of the season to look forward to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and like when ESPN used to run those commercials, it's the most wonderful time of the year, Bowl Mania. Listen, I watched the Quick Lane Bowl. I watched the Gasparilla Bowl, especially because Florida lost UCF. I definitely love the Gasparilla Bowl. Armed Forces Bowl, all these bowls. The Myrtle Beach Bowl, of course, I was watching because it's in our even though I haven't been back to Myrtle Beach in forever, it seems like now I actually miss the place.
I know exactly, but see, that's a good thing. That's
it is. The Mexico Bowl, Celebration Bowl, all these things. So I'm fine with the bowl games. I know people say it's too many. Certain ones count more than others, like the ones on New Year's Day, of course. And, the Rose Bowl, the Oranges, the Fiestas, and stuff like that. But I do love bowl. Like I said, if you get 7-5, you have a winning record, go to a bowl game. I mean, it's cool. I have no problem. You get that swag, the kids. It's a memory for the kids and stuff for a lifetime.
Yeah. My only beef with the bowl games are the names. I get it, the sponsors, but other than that.
But I like how the Rose Bowl does it correctly, but they had the swag. It's the Rose Bowl presented by AT&T. You know what I mean?
That's how it should be.
Yeah, it's not the Brian Sherrard Camden Yards Bowl.
Right.
It should be the Camden Yards Bowl presented by Brian Sherrard.
Yes.
That's all. No, not the. But the Rose Bowl has it right. The Rose Bowl's like, listen, we go first, you go second.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Yeah, I got a problem with that. The Cheez-It Bowl. I got a problem.
There's a Cheez-It Bowl for real?
No, there's a Cheez-It, yes.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that was Clemson and Iowa State. That was two teams that look like cheese, I guess. All right. Well, I mean, remember, you guys were in the Pinstripe Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
First Responder Bowl. What's so many? Anyway, getting off topic. Speaking of getting off topic, your favorite player, guy who you told me. and sometimes you guys act the same. So, your favorite player on the team that you're supposed to hate. Don't do that out there, please.
Okay.
Now, he did that in an outdoor game. It was chilly. I don't want you. And Antonio Brown. You know, we was supposedly, I mean, he did come back from an injury. Supposedly, they want him to go back and get into the game. He didn't want to go back in the game. This is all supposedly hearsay. We don't know exactly what happened on that side. But he was upset, obviously, about something. Mike Evans tried to calm him down. He stripped off basically his jersey except for his pants, waved to the fans, giving people high fives, so on and so forth. What are your thoughts on your favorite player, Antonio Brown?
Well, I just remember you sent us a text. I was like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden they start showing it during the games. And I'm like, what in the heck? So I just thought, all right, he's lost it. He's lost it. He flipped out because of something. He's lost it. This is so Antonio Brown, even for him. You know, I mean, well, no, this was more crazy even for him. But I don't know. I was just like, what is going on with this guy? I guess my first thought was, man, this dude is mentally unstable. Something's just not right. I immediately thought about, like, wow, this is like the second time he's just kind of quit on this team. I remember at Pittsburgh, I think he refused to play either in the last season of a game that was really important for Pittsburgh to get into the playoffs that year. It didn't matter because the Ravens got in, but Antonio didn't play in that game. That was in 2018, the last game of the season. I mean, 2018 season. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Antonio Brown. You know, it comes out that his ankle was still hurt. He didn't want to go back in the game. Bruce Arians apparently told him, you know, if you're not going to go in, you're cut or something like that. I don't know. So the more we find out about this, maybe it wasn't as crazy as it first appeared. It does look like Tampa Bay may have some culpability in this. I mean, if they try to make this dude play on an injured ankle, that's not cool. However, still what Antonio Brown did it's still inexcusable, and there's no excuse for it. But I mean, if you just set this man off, man, he's gonna go off. But then some more stories come out later in the week, and I'll talk about those. But I want to get your thoughts on this first.
Excuse me. My first thought was, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on out here?
Yeah.
I mean, for him to this is the issue. So say there is an issue between you and the team. You are hurt. They're telling you to go do something. Leave the field. All that other histrionics and the things that occurred did not need to happen. That's what I have an issue with.
Yeah.
It's just all the AB is, when he's in between those lines, one of the best wide receivers out there, right? When he's getting the ball, because he'll complain if he doesn't. Even though it's most wide receivers, but especially him, right? You're hurt. They tell you, hey, I need you to go back in the game. You said you can't. They have an issue. Walk off the field. It's that extra stuff. It's always, it can't be a 10. AB's got to make it a 13. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my issue with him. It's always here. Oh, we won. Let me live stream it on Facebook in the locker room. It's here. Oh, you know, somebody said something about me. Let me take it here. It's never, okay, you know what? Let me just get out of here. Let me diffuse the situation. I'm upset. Let me walk away. Or support my teammates. I'm not going back in. I'll just sit in the bench. Whatever. No, let me strip everything off. Oh, I'm done. Okay, fine. Let me strip everything off. If Bruce Arians did say that, I understand him being upset. Just walk off the field. But you had to make a scene. You had to make a scene. And he's always has the my issue with him, he always has to make a scene. Then the next day he's at a Brooklyn Nets game.
Yeah.
So now the memes that came out after that though were hilarious.
Oh, okay. I didn't see any of those.
Oh, dude, this just had every bare-chested person walking everywhere. I'm like, is that AB? And just they had him like in the desert. They had him walking down the turnpike. Like they had him everywhere. So that's one thing about the internet is an ugly, horrible place a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But memes save lives. Okay. So I'll give him that. Those memes were hilarious.
Yeah.
But that's my issue with him. It just always gotta be extra.
Yeah.
You know, like it's already spicy. Oh, now we add some more jalapenos. He's not even a jalapeno. He's a ghost pepper dude. Let me just add the ghost pepper. Like, dude, it's hot enough already. The ghost pepper. That's him. I can't deal with that. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, there's been a lot of stuff come out. There's been a lot of things said this week, and I think we got to be careful with this. But, people have a timeline of when he got hit from Vontaze Burfict to this point and the things that have happened since then. It is pretty, crazy, all the things that, that have transpired. Him getting kicked off, 3 teams, and stuff with the Raiders, and stuff with, those the last year in Pittsburgh and stuff. But I think we got to be careful with that.
I heard that too, and I feel like what people aren't are doctors.
Right.
Okay. I'm not saying they're making excuses. We all know CTE is real. Okay. We all know that. Unfortunately we've seen it. It's happened way too many times with way too many football players. Right. I get that. He's not the only one that's been hit hard, been knocked out, been all these other things.
Right.
He's the only person that has acted this way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Between Vontaze hit a lot of people. Now the thing is, not a lot, and I'm not here to exaggerate anything. There's a lot of hits, and as you know, I've lost quarterbacks that have broken legs. There's a lot of hits in NFL. I remember his like it was yesterday. I do. I remember that hit. I will say I remember the catch. I remember him coming down. I remember him getting hit. I remember him laying on the ground. I remember that whole thing. I remember Vontaze lowering his helmet and just going after him. I remember that whole thing. I don't know if it was a playoff game or regular season. It's weird because it was 2 teams I don't care about. But I remember. Well, I know they hated each other too.
It was a playoff game.
Oh, it wasn't okay. So I remember that hit like it was yesterday. So
yeah,
I get it. Maybe because people have that memory of that as well. But you keep drawing a line between he's done this and now this is how he acted. AB's always been AB to me. He's always been extra. Period. Now if you want to say he's got a little bit more extra after that, I don't know. But again, no one's doctors. We have no clue.
Yeah,
but this is who he is now. I can only go by what I do know. And that's how he is on and off the field.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about a couple more stories that came out with AB this week. There was the Instagram model that he allegedly snuck into the team hotel the day before a game. She posted her pregnant COVID test. I mean, her positive. Sorry, positive.
What? Because we do not need COVID making babies. Okay, COVID already has too many variants, too many Lokis out there. I do not want to have COVID having babies. All right.
Oh man. But yeah, she posted her positive COVID test. Is like, y'all Bucks might want to get tested. It's like all this stuff that come out, man, with that. She pretty much put him on blast. Then apparently he was on a podcast. I don't know whose podcast it was. AB was on a podcast and he was talking stuff about Tom Brady and a real friend. And the only reason why he wanted me in Tampa was because he needed my help to win a Super Bowl, and the friendship wasn't genuine. He just did what he wanted to do because he just all this craziness, and I still got to watch it. I saw a clip. I saw clips of this podcast, but man, now you're going in on Tom Brady. Like, come on.
And you can't go in on Tom Brady. We all defend Tom Brady because Tom Brady was the one that said give him some time.
Yeah.
And try to whatever. And maybe him and Tom are how many friends does Antonio Brown have? To begin with. So I don't even know. But
even if the level of friendship isn't like hey man, we're brothers or we're tight or we're close, the dude still. The only reason why you're playing is because this dude wanted you. That's it.
All right. Well, yeah. After you're done, I do have I have solved the mystery of Antonio Brown. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tom Brady vouched for you, man. And it's like, this is Tom Brady. How are you, dude? Why are you going in on him? It's
because he's the man. You're not going to go in on Mike Evans. You're not going to go in on. Godwin. This is the easiest guy to go on. The guy who, because he played with him when they were on the Patriots for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't know. And again, I know we've been in the habit of defending Tom more than we have in the past for some reason because he's got crypto commercials and had that crypto commercials. But I feel like Tom is a guy who. Hey, if you're out there helping me, I got you. If you're out there dropping passes, you're on the bench. I don't, you know what I mean?
Right.
But that's just him as a professional. I don't know who he is outside of that. But if you're upset because the quarterback's going to the guys that he's comfortable with, but he's throwing you the ball, I deal with it.
Yeah, but don't you know how he's a work friend? You know what I mean? Like, don't you know how
exactly.
You know how you have your close friendships and you have your work friends, right?
I would say this about somebody at work too. Be like, what happened to them? How come they did this? Or they got into an argument with a doctor's office. Be like, you know what? We just gotta give them some time. Just everybody just needs to back away from. Let him be him.
Yeah. So. But it just kills me because he even made a comment hurt like, Tom Brady got Gronk on the team too, but they paid him more than me. How much did Gronk get paid? Like, why are you comparing the two, dude? Your track record. You know what I'm saying?
Someone who's caused no issues to you,
right?
Someone who hasn't been kicked off for teams. Someone who's actually, this is really crazy. Usually during the season, not causing any issues. All Gronk stuff is off season.
Right. Yeah. It's like you're complaining that you got the hookup, right? You and your boy got the hookup, but his hookup was better than yours. Yep. But you still got the hookup. So why are you complaining?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. So yeah, but I do have to go back. I want to watch that full podcast because he was saying some delusional stuff. He was making it seem like the reason why they won that Super Bowl was because of him. And dude, I don't know, man.
Saying stuff like Brady can't do it on his own. No one can. No one can. There's not a quarterback that doesn't need a wide receiver.
Right.
There's not a quarterback that doesn't need a good offensive line. You know what I'm saying? Of course. That's the whole team needs each other when they go and win.
Right.
But it's just the quarterback is going to get the most of the praise for everything. But of course. So I don't even know what that means. But I figured it all out.
Okay. Oh, yes. Please enlighten me, Hurt.
I figured out two things. Why you like him so much, why he was your favorite player, and why he acts the way that he does.
Okay.
And I did not know this till I just looked it up.
Oh boy. What?
He and I had the same birthday. That explains everything. Now I get it. I did not know it before. I know it now. There's nothing else that needs to be said. He and I were born on the same day.
Wow.
I should have known. A part of me knew deep down. I didn't want to admit it. And I'm like, man, he's really acting like I would. And, because sometimes I do. I feel like, I was like, Brian can't do nothing without me. Come on now. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know why Brian's right? We're podcast friends, So, I had no clue.
That is hilarious, dude. Oh my god.
I had no idea. He's got more kids than I got, that's for sure.
That is hilarious. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're the same height and everything. So now he is actually legit 5'10". I was at one point in my life working in where I've been working. I'm sure I'm 5'9". So and gravity. And it's 40 times way faster than mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, man, there you go. But he's from Miami, so that's also
okay
in his whole, DNA as well. But yeah, I did not know me and this dude were born on the same day. So now
that is crazy.
Now I get it. I mean, just believe me, part of me wants to act like that sometimes too. I'm not gonna I just go. Being a mature adult, getting older, there's no need for all the histrionics, So
yeah,
about to get attacked by a crow. You all right?
No, I think it's hail.
It's supposed to do something today. Yeah.
I'm like, what is this noise? Yeah, I guess it's hail right now.
So yeah, that's your that's AB.
Wow, man, that's funny. That's funny. Have you had a chance to see that podcast?
No.
Okay.
I never really. So only sports podcasts I listen to is ours.
Yeah.
Which is bad. I do need to listen to other ones, but I know which one you're talking about because that's the one where you said Tom Brady can't do stuff on his own.
Yeah. Do you know whose podcast it was? I'm not trying to promote anybody. I'm just curious.
I just don't want. Come on. It was the Full Send podcast.
The who?
Full Send. It's FULLSEND.
Okay.
Podcast.
Yeah, I want to listen to that. I just gotta hear all that stuff he was saying, but
yeah. So yeah, I mean, he said we're playing professional sports. Not everybody in sports is going to be your friend. Tom Brady's my friend. Why? Because I'm a good football player. He needs me to play football, right? These guys called me to win a Super Bowl. They called me and said, "Hey, AB, we need you to win a Super Bowl." Because Tom Brady saw me come to the Patriots and run through those guys. The Patriots run a good system with practice and principles, and he learned that AB is a professional. Oh, so now he's AB. He calls himself AB. Oh God, he's going down a TO mod of talking about himself in the third person.
Yeah, but I'm saying even if what he's saying is true, okay, and
you had a job.
Yeah,
you were there to win. And that's what you were doing. So what's the problem?
Yeah, I just wish, what it is, her. I think I just wish when I mean, not that I really even care, but
you do. You love him.
Yeah. But don't you think the guy would be a little bit more just gracious that he's even playing? You know what I mean? Like, let's think about what happened. Like, just a couple of weeks ago, this dude was in a freaking fake vaccination card scandal. He didn't even know if he was going to be back on the team.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The dude's still getting paid. He's about to reach a bonus. And you were able to overcome that, the team was able to overlook that, and they still want you. You know what I mean? Like, he could be out the league. He could have been out the league, but no, they still giving this guy chances. Like, I just feel like he would be grateful, but I guess not, man. I guess not.
No, it's like he is who he is. There's nothing you can do about it. Now, is he gonna? Now, do you think someone's gonna pick him up for next season?
No, this is it, dude. He's quit on 2 teams. I mean, quit. He's told 2 teams while they were paying him, "I'm not playing for you. I'm not going on the field for you." And not only did he quit on these teams, but he quit on these teams when they needed him the most. No team's gonna pick this guy up, man. He's done. He is done. Done.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's just too much of a headache, and I don't even know if he's still. I mean, yeah, he's still a contributor, but I mean, he's not an impact player anymore. I don't think.
No, he's good. I mean, he's good for certain teams that can handle him, but the only teams that can handle him is Tampa Bay. No one else can handle his personality. Every team that he would go on would need to have a star quarterback, right? So how many of those are in the NFL crew? No, so and also teammates where he could get along with, and that's tough to do. So
Yeah.
I don't see where he could go. You're not going to add him to a young quarterback. You're only going to add him to a veteran team, which means the Green Bays or the quarterbacks who are veterans, the Green Bays, the Russell Wilsons. Unless you wanted to send them to Dallas or something, that's where else could he go?
So. Right. Do you have? Can we go to the reviews of last week? Because I don't have those games up. So whenever you're ready.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Excuse me. Man, my allergies are kicking up. Well, first we just got to start off with yesterday's games, which we didn't remember. So yesterday, the Chiefs beat the Broncos, and Dallas beat the resting Eagles, which sounds like some kind of yoga pose, the resting Eagles. Now, neither one of us watched those games because I totally forgot what was on.
Dude, you sent me a text, and I was like, what in the world is going on? The game's on today?
Exactly.
I totally forgot, yo.
So last Sunday, real quick, is the Eagles over Washington.
Okay.
Which I think helped clinch them a playoff spot. Bills over Falcons, Bears over Giants. What I'm talking about, the Giants. That was oof. We played them today, and there's some animosity there. Titans over Dolphins. The Raiders over the Colts. Patriots big over the Jaguars. That was a 50-10 game. Bucks eking it out over the Jets. The Bucks down, scoring the last 11 points in the fourth quarter to come back and win that game. Rams over the Ravens. We have Kansas City losing to the Bengals. Chargers over Broncos. 49ers over Texans. Cardinals over Cowboys. Saints over Panthers. Seahawks over Lions. Packers over Vikings. And the Monday night game. Ben's last game at home. And I know you were teary-eyed as well. Steelers over Browns.
Yeah. Any surprises on any of those games? I really thought the Ravens were going to win that game. They almost won, and actually they should have won. Really, I mean,
it was close.
Yeah, basically they had to stop. They had to stop the Rams in the last fourth quarter drive. They couldn't do it, but I mean, Matt Stafford was doing Matt Stafford things. Pick six. I think he had 2 or 3 interceptions. I mean, the defense played well. We got a lot of reinforcements back, and the defense played well. I thought the offense played well, but when we got in the red zone, we just couldn't punch it in, and that was our downfall. But still proud of the team. We played well, man. It's just not our year. Too many. We're just not able to overcome all these injuries, man. And unfortunately, Lamar is out for the rest of the year.
Right, which is one more game.
Yeah, I mean, we still have a shot to get the playoffs. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if the Ravens still slip in.
I don't know what it takes to get in. I don't know the only thing I know about the AFC picture, which we'll get to, is that the Chargers and the Raiders can tie and make it in. That's all I remember, and I don't know if that knocks you out or not or something.
Yeah, but I think the Chargers need to lose, the Raiders need to lose, and Jacksonville needs to win, and of course we need to win. So.
Yeah, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Chargers and Raiders play each other, so they both can't lose.
So, okay. Well,
yeah.
Well, I think the Chargers needed to lose then.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I forget.
Honestly, the only surprise to me last week, I mean, the Bengals beating the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Really a surprise, only because how the Chiefs kind of been up and down, and the Bengals had a great game. The Raiders, Colts, I thought the Colts were a little bit better. And the Raiders, I'll give it to the Raiders, who lost coaches, lost teammates. They've lost a lot. They've been through a lot this season.
Yeah.
To be in the point that they're at. So I'll give them a lot of credit. The Bucs struggling at the Jets, I think, I did not see that happening. So I don't know what was going on besides AB leaving the field, and they actually rallied after he left, because he left in like the second quarter, so or early third. It was early in the game, and they came back and they won it, but they struggled. Now again, Mike Evans did come back that game. They've lost a lot from injuries. Even Ronald Jones left that game early because they're out with Fournette. Ronald Jones got hurt. Godwin's out for the year. Mike Evans banged up, but he played. So they've lost a lot on. AB just walked out, so they lost a lot. But they were struggling against the Jets, but they did come back and win that game. I think that was the only game I was really surprised about. I wasn't surprised about the Cowboys losing because I'm not ever surprised about that.
Okay.
And the Saints can make the playoffs as well. And I don't even know who's their quarterback. I don't know what's going on with the Saints. They're 8-8, and they can try to get into the playoffs in the NFC. So, that was a big surprise to me. The fact that they're still in playoff contention. But other than that, everything else is on par.
Yeah. My biggest surprise, like I said, were the Raiders. Well, I shouldn't say surprise, but I really thought the Raiders were going to win, and the Bengals pulling it out against Kansas City. But when we were making our picks, and you said that Kansas City was on the road, it got me nervous, man. It got me nervous. So
it should, because they've been like this all year. So
yeah.
Right. So real quick to today's games. We have the end of season game, Giants, Washington. There's been a little back and forth beef between the head coaches. Joe Judge is under fire.
Why is it? What's the beef? Where's the beef?
Well, where's the beef? Well, Joe Judge, who's been under fire since 4-12, and he's been starting Mike Glennon. That could be an issue right there too.
I thought he was out for the year.
But still, you got Mike Glennon.
Right.
It's just,
well, you shouldn't have signed him in the first place.
So there's that. But he's like, our team, we fought harder all season, blah, blah, blah. We don't have guys fighting on the sidelines. We have guys fighting on the sidelines. You talking about my team? So Ron Rivera's like, I don't know if he was talking about us or not, but if he was, we got a problem. And then Joe Judge's like, I wasn't talking about Washington at all. No, but you mentioned fights on sidelines. And we all know we had one a couple weeks ago between two teammates from Alabama, which is weird, fighting each other on the sideline. But why are you mentioning, okay, all right, buddy. Okay. So, and we might take this game personally today.
Yeah, I think Joe needs to worry about his own team.
Joe needs to worry about. I just kicked something over. Joe needs to worry about Joe. All right. So I got Washington in this game.
Absolutely.
Bengals at Browns. We all know it's a rivalry. The Bengals need this game. I think the Browns are gone, right?
Do we know what the Bengals are going to do this game? Like, are they resting Joe or?
They need to. I believe they are, because his knee is a little banged up. I do believe he's not starting.
You know what? I don't think it matters. I still think Cincinnati's going to win.
Yeah, I mean, Chase Keenum's going to come out there and blow away everybody? I got Cincinnati in that.
Okay.
Packers at Lions. The Packers are the number one seed in the NFC. The Lions aren't the number one seed in the NFC. Aaron Rodgers is going to play.
Why?
He probably has some kind of streak or something, but I don't think he's going to play long.
Okay. Actually, you know what? That's smart. They're going to get the bye. Just have him play for like a quarter or something like that. Yeah. But I'm taking the Lions.
All right. Now I'm taking the Packers just off of talent.
Okay.
Bears at Vikings. Yeah, I don't know who to pick this game because neither one of them are now playing for anything. I'm just going to pick the Bears.
Okay.
Colts need to win this game in order to get in, and they play the Jaguars at Jacksonville. 76 degrees, by the way, in Jacksonville.
Okay.
Who you got?
I'm picking the Jacksonville Jaguars. I need them to win this game so the Ravens could get into the playoffs in some way.
Yeah, I got the Colts. I mean, after that 50 burger they got pummeled last week. The fans are supposed to show up in clown suits. It's not going to be a good look. It's going to be demoralizing. So I got the Colts.
Nah, Jacksonville's going to stun the world today.
I'm sure. All right, Titans at Texans.
Hey man, the Titans are on a roll. They want this number one seed, man. They're gonna kill the Texans. No, they're not gonna kill the Texans, but they are gonna beat the Texans today.
All right. Well, supposedly, they're gonna make it to the playoffs because they won a division. So in the next week or so, we may get Derrick Henry back. So
exactly,
if they could get that number one seed to give him more rest, then that's what they want to do. But I have the Titans in this game too.
And you know what? I really, really gotta. As much as I don't like the Titans and Mike Vrabel, and he was in my preseason when we did like our midseason awards. I gotta give the Titans a lot of credit, dude, because there were so many people, man, they just wrote them off when Derrick Henry got hurt. And man, they're gonna be the number one seed if they win today.
Which is so weird because they don't look. If you want to talk about the number one seed that hasn't looked like a number one seed, it's Tennessee. It's Tennessee. So again, Saints who are on the cusp or can actually try to clinch a playoff. They had a playoff game. I think they need a 49ers to lose. Saints at Falcons.
Saints should win this game. The Falcons don't really have anything to play. Well, no, the Falcons, I think they
can help eliminate. If it's a divisional game, they can help eliminate the Saints. This could be Matty Ice's last game at home. Maybe. I mean, he's doing commercials now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how to – and speaking of how they win, I have no idea how this team's winning. I really don't even know who's quarterbacking. I don't know what's going on. And I know their defense is good.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So, because of their defense, I got the Saints winning.
Okay.
Jets at Bills.
I think I'm going to take the Jets today.
Okay. I'm going to take the Bills.
All
right. Patriots at Dolphins. Now, the Dolphins, I think, are mathematically alive, but not really.
Yeah.
And 77 degrees in Miami Gardens.
The Patriots, the Dolphins always win one game against the Patriots every year. They always split a game, and they always tend to win the one that's in Miami. But because they already had that win, they beat them the first game of the football season in New England. I'm going to give the Patriots this win today.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Patriots too. Seahawks at Cardinals.
I will take the Cardinals.
Yeah, I want to take the Cardinals. They look like they're getting healthy. They're playing at home. They're a better team. So, Panthers at Bucks. 80 degrees in Tampa.
Because they're not going to win this game because AB is not on the team. So I got to take the Panthers today.
All right, definitely not taking the Panthers. I don't care who's missing.
No, I'm taking. I'm taking.
Yeah, I know you're taking the Bucks. All right. I intentionally left your game as one of the last games, of course. Could be Ben's last game.
Yeah,
on the road. Now, Cleveland didn't give him the Cleveland send-off like they wanted to. But will the Ravens give Big Ben, their buddy, their friend, their pal, the Ravens send-off at home today down at M&T Bank in 38-degree weather and rain?
Well,
or hail or whatever.
Yeah, well, this is hailing right now. So this is only fitting, right? This is only fitting. So 18 years ago, Tommy Maddox got hurt at M&T Bank Stadium, and rookie Ben Roethlisberger came into the game. The Ravens proceeded to win that game, but Ben, he was a little rough at first, but the more he played, you could tell, okay, this dude's going to be a player. So I say all that to say that Ben got not his first start, but his first NFL action at M&T Bank Stadium, and that's where his career is going to end. And it's going to end with another Ravens victory. Ben, it's been great. You have been the perfect villain for the AFC North. Much respect to you. Dude, whenever we play you in the Steelers, man, we know we had to be on our A game. We had some great battles, some great wins, some disappointing losses, but Ben, whenever you were in the game, dude, you played your butt off, man, and we had to be you made the Ravens be on their A game, and I had total respect for you and the Steelers organization, man. It's been fun. It's been fun, man. Much respect. I got nothing but love for Ben, man. Honestly,
We got nothing but love for you, Ben. We got
Yep.
nothing to love, like yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't care. I don't like either team.
I just like how things come full circle. You know what I mean?
No. It's like when the Jets and to me when the Patriots play. Like you're the reason Tom Brady got here because they knocked out Drew Bledsoe. So, it's always weird when that happens. The Ravens are playing at home. The Steelers, again, they are in the playoff picture because they're 8-7-1. They're probably ahead of you guys due to that tie.
Right.
So this game does mean something. There's something on the line. Hudley's playing. Baltimore playing at home. Their last game of the season. At home. I'm going to pick the Ravens.
Okay. All right. I was about to say something.
And plus Marcus is here, so I just think he sways all that extra stuff.
Okay, I know what I was going to say. A player that I really respect, and even though he's a Steeler, I hate him, but I love him. T.J. Watt. He will break the sack record today. Now, granted, it's going to be a 17 game sack record, but I guarantee you that that dude kills us.
He's a monster.
Yeah, he is so good. Man, when they were fighting with him in the beginning of the season over money, I was like, pay this man. This is not a dude you want to piss off. No. Pay the man what he's worth. He's worth every penny. He's worth every penny.
Yes.
So, anyway. I'm done saying nice things about Steelers. So that won't happen for another 18 years.
Listen, and the only time you win championships was Steeler running backs. So, that team is integral to your life, it seems like, whether it's a professional going against the Ravens or in fantasy, where between the fast Willie Parkers and Rashard Mendenhalls and to the Najee Harrises of the world, you can't seem to do without Pittsburgh, man.
Yeah. You know what? Thanks for making that correlation. I will be drafting the Steelers running back in every draft.
Yeah, I'm sure. Believe me, you could be a backup. You probably drafted just for that. Good luck. Like when I was drafting Chris Carson, like every season. So he was my good luck charm till this season. But then he was out for the season. So I guess if he wasn't hurt, who knows? But again, congratulations on your fantasy football.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man.
Did you get the email?
Say what? Yes, I did see that. That was cool. Okay. That was cool.
Yeah. So congratulations for that. We have a game which mystifies me every year.
Okay.
If they win, they're in. And the other team is kind of fighting for a position, but they still got a playoff game coming up. So it could be something where they rest people. 49ers at the Rams.
I'll take the Rams.
Okay. I forgot what needs to happen here. The Rams are, of course, already in the playoffs. I think for some reason, and they can get to 2 seed maybe and play like a weaker opponent, which is what you want to do. 49ers have beaten them 5 in a row. Beaten them 5 in a row. Beaten them 5 in a row.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. They have their number. That NFC West is a weird thing. It's like, like what we say, it's the Cardinals in Seattle. When Seattle was good, the Cardinals somehow always messed them up. San Francisco has the Rams number. So that's been that way for a while. So I got to go with the 49ers.
Okay.
So I got to go with the 49ers. Only just because they need this game to get in. And it's just they won 5 in a row, and they just have the Rams number. But when they played early in the season, the Rams looked horrible. So.
Okay.
And we had the 8 o'clock game. The 2-9-7 AFC West teams. We have the Chargers at Tickets for this game are as low as $282.
Ooh.
It's indoor, so they don't have the temperature, but we know it's going to be hot.
What are
Two
the records?
rivals.
What
two
are the
teams.
records of those teams, Hurt?
Say again.
What are their records?
Both are 9-7. The Chargers are 4-3 away. The Raiders are 4-4 at home.
Okay. I wonder which team I need to win. Anyway,
I think you lost the first game of the season, right?
Yeah, to the Raiders. Yep.
Did you beat the Chargers?
Yes.
So you probably need the Chargers to win.
But if they win, aren't they going to be 10-7?
No, because then what are you 8-8?
Yeah.
So you need the Raiders to win, and you win because your strength of schedule.
Okay.
Or something.
Okay.
So you probably need the Raiders to win.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yes.
Well, I'm
So,
taking the Raiders. I was going to pick them anyway, so.
They've been through okay. This is the last time I'm going to say this year, probably. Chargers, if you don't do it now, I've been trying to help you out all season long. You've had good wins, you've had bad losses. You've been up, you've been down. You're 9-7. Should be higher, not lower. The Raiders, again, have fought through adversity, craziness, coaches, teammates, COVID, everything to get to this point. They're playing at home. Those fans are going to be crazy. It's a divisional rivalry game. And the only way for me to make the Chargers win is to pick the Raiders. So I'm picking the Raiders.
Okay.
So I'm
All
picking
right.
the Raiders.
All right.
There's
Cool.
going to be some good games today.
Yeah.
Some good games. Now, the big thing dealing with football, we'll talk about coming up soon. I don't even want to talk about today because we're not at that point. And we'll delve into it more next week. And I want you to put some more thought into it.
Okay.
The Washington football team has picked a name.
Oh, boy.
It will be revealed on 2/2/22.
Okay.
Now I saw some stars on the jersey. It's burgundy and gold as it should be. They had the uniform made out and all this other stuff. All I kept hearing was Doug Williams, Ron Rivera. Everybody saying, "Wow, that's a really nice, clean uniform. The lines are clean. Everything looks clean." That's all we heard. Everybody said the same thing. We don't know what it is, but we'll discuss it more. Vegas odds and stuff next week.
Okay.
Because we still have like a month to go until they decide. But I want you to think of alternate names next week for Washington that aren't on the list.
Okay, cool.
All right. Because now think of something. You think of something.
Okay, yeah. And one thing too that I wanted to do this week, but I'm not going to be able to do it. Is our New Year's resolutions for our sports teams. Definitely want to do that, but that's going to take a little bit more time. So.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we're good with that. But the only resolution I had for Washington is pick a good name. So we'll talk about that next week. So that's perfect. But thank you everybody for tuning in. And we gotta make sure Brian does not get frostbite. Get back inside. Of course, NYNB podcast. We're here on StreamYard and YouTube. Subscribe and like us. Of course, we're on the IG, Facebook, and the Twitter, as well as iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Wherever you find podcasts, you will find our podcast, which is the NYNB podcast. Everybody stay safe, stay warm. Brian, go get some hot cocoa. All right, tell Marcus and his family I said what's up, man, and I'll holler at you later.
All right, man. Peace out, everybody. Stay safe.
Yeah.